Hello, and welcome to this week's edition of Checks and Balances TV. Today's program is entitled, Ponzi Schemes Continue to Flourish in 2012 and Destroy the Financial Lives of Thousands of Americans. So let's see how today's news may impact your financial future. The term Ponzi scheme originated in the early 1900s when Charles Ponzi ran an infamous postage stamp scam which took advantage of the difference between U.S. and foreign currencies that were used to buy and sell international mail coupons. He told investors that he could guarantee a 50% return in just 45 days. Many people unfortunately took the bait, and Charles Ponzi soon became a millionaire, until federal authorities caught up with him and shut his operation down and threw him in jail. Since that time, though, Ponzi schemes have flourished throughout the U.S. as well as many other countries. We've all heard of the big ones like Bernie Madoff's $65 billion scam multiple times now, as well as Stanford's $7 billion offshore CD scam. But there are many, many smaller Ponzi schemes that are never publicized nationally or that you may have never heard of before, such as the Pennsylvania financial advisor who admitted that he defrauded 263 investors out of $17.6 million in a Ponzi scheme and was sentenced to more than 33 years in prison just 2 weeks ago by a federal judge. Or the California financial advisor who was charged by the SEC on April 12th for stealing more than $7.5 million from just 11 investors in a Ponzi scheme that targeted members of the Persian Jewish community in Los Angeles. Yes, unfortunately, good people are fooled by these smooth-talking, well-dressed, confidence men and women every day across this country of ours. And it's sad and heartbreaking for thousands of Americans. And the financial loss in most cases are irreversible, as the money that was taken by the scam artist has long since been spent. So in today's CBTV show, I want to help you protect and preserve your nest egg from the financial manipulators and deceivers that would steal your money in a heartbeat if you let them. In our Lighter Side of Finance series, I recently created a skit called Ponzi Schemerowitz Investment Deal, which highlights how a con man can interest us in their too-good-to-be-true deal, while subtly taking it away from us. By the way, it's called the takeaway close. By taking the investment opportunity away from us briefly, we want it even more. So watch this 1.5-minute skit and then get out a pen and paper as I cover the 5 keys to protecting and preserving your financial nest egg from the next big or small Ponzi scheme that may hit your town soon.
Boy, the economy isn't looking too well these days, is it?
No, it's not.
It's really quite hard to make money on your investments today, and with banks and everybody just having low rates and all the problems. So what are bank CDs paying today?
Well, it says right now currently a 1-year CD is paying 0.5% and a 5-year CD 1.6%.
That's just terrible. And the stock market, you just can't trust the stock market. It's really quite volatile, isn't it?
It sure is. You know, I figured out the last 12 years, I haven't made any money at all. I mean, it goes up 20 or 30% for a while and then down 30 or 40%. It's like a giant roller coaster ride.
I know exactly what you're saying, and you know what? That sure is lousy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know what to do with my own money nowadays.
Well, I'll tell you, I've made a killing in the market these last 3 years. I've been buying international bonds that are being sold by some foreign countries. But get this. They're selling them to companies that got very poor credit, and they're willing to pay a much higher premium for these bonds. In fact, some of these bonds have spreads from 12 to 18%. I got to tell you, some of my buddies of mine and we've more than doubled our money in the last 3 years.
Are you kidding me? That sounds too good to be true.
Well, I got to tell you something. Let me show you these statements that I have here. Take a look at these. This will prove you what those returns have been.
Holy cow. Are these things safe?
Of course they're safe. No one has ever lost any money with these bonds. They're backed not only by the countries that are issuing them, but they're backed by Lloyd's of London as well. Now I'm going to tell you, not too many people know about this investment, so I'm kind of keeping it kind of on the download, but it's been a gold mine for my associates and I.
Well, how can I invest some money in it too, possibly?
Well, I don't know. They're not looking for new investors right now, but you look like a nice enough guy. Give me your name and number and I'll see what I can do for you.
Okay, great, great. I sure do appreciate it. And, you know, I do have some money to invest.
Well, I like to hear that. You know what? I'll be in touch with you, that's for sure.
Okay, great. I appreciate it. By the way, what's your name?
Ponzi Schemerwitz.
Ponzi?
Good to meet you.
Oh, good to meet you too. We've heard it said many times before, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Yet so many good people are fooled by these professional scam artists and Ponzi schemes. And no one is immune from these masters of deception either. The rich and famous, as well as the uneducated to the higher educated, have been trapped by the web of guaranteed higher returns and no-risk investment promises by these shysters. They are in many cases gregarious, outgoing, magnetic speakers who mesmerize their audiences with their charm, knowledge, and seemingly inside connections to the underworld of high finance and non-public offerings, made available only to a lucky few. And the sad news is that many times you're introduced to these devious plots by a friend, family member, church leader, or pastor. You believe in them as a person, so you naturally believe in their fairy tale of a richer return on your money waiting just around the corner. Of course, in most cases, these good people have been duped themselves, not knowing they were leading you and themselves down a dark tunnel, never to see the return of your money again. Call it greed or gullibility on the part of the investor who wants to earn a higher return on their investments. Those who perpetrate these crimes against their victims have no conscience or remorse and are always on the hunt for their next easy mark. So here are my 5 keys to protecting yourself and your money from the next great Ponzi scheme or scam. Key number 1. Don't trust anyone's word as gospel, even friends or family. Keep your guard up at all times. It may have taken you a lifetime to save up your nest egg, so don't be in a hurry to hand it over to someone else, all for the sake of making more money. Key number 2, call the state insurance department if it's an insurance product, or the SEC, which is the Securities and Exchange Commission, if it's a securities product, and ask them if this product is registered as a legal and approved product in your state. And you can also check out your broker with FINRA, which is the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority, by logging on to their website at www.brokercheck.com. Key number 3, call your local Better Business Bureau and ask them if this company is registered and if they've ever had any complaints by unhappy investors. Key number 4, call the State Attorney General's office and ask them if they're aware of this product or investment and if they have had any active investigations going on regarding this company. And key number 5, never ever hand over cash or write a check out in the name of the salesman or financial advisor who is promoting the investment or to their individual company's name. Only write a check to the institution, insurance company, or brokerage firm who is underwriting this product or investment. And as an additional strategy and safeguard, be sure your monthly statements don't come from the advisor's office or on their letterhead. They should always come from a third-party custodian, like TD Ameritrade, Pershing, or a brokerage firm like Merrill Lynch, Edward Jones, or others like them. And please remember, always remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Now is the time to protect your life savings and financial future from these swindlers and shysters. They like to wear a mask of kindness and special financial connections, yet they really have a hollow heart and a forked tongue. Please be careful with whom you entrust your money to. You can take a lifetime to build it up, and in a moment, it can all be gone. Many have suffered this unbearable fate, so don't fall into the same trap. Guard your money with wisdom, counsel, and due diligence. The good news here is that there are many good, caring financial advisors out there who truly look out for the best interests of their clients. Fortunately, there are more good guys than bad guys in the financial services field. But you must do your research and due diligence before handing over your hard-earned cash. And to help you in selecting the best financial advisor in your area, download our free report, 10 Questions to Ask Your Financial Advisor Before You Invest a Dime with Them. I hope you enjoyed and learned some valuable lessons in this week's show on how to protect your financial nest egg from disappearing into the hands of a smooth-talking con man or woman. Protect your financial livelihood like your life depends on it, because it just may. And finally, remember that only you can control your financial future. You can succeed. You just need confidence and determination. I'm Matthew J. Reddick from Checks and Balances TV. Until next time, dump debt, invest wisely, believe in yourself, and make it happen.